I'm joined live from New York by Scott Schober. He's president and CEO of Berkeley Varitronics Systems. That's a consulting firm for the telecommunications industry. Scott, I guess benefits, you get out there, some exercise, social interaction. Those are all good things, right?
They are all good things. I think about all the people that are getting their butts off the couch and they're out there active playing the game. That is a good thing for a change.
Have you ever seen anything like this, though? I mean, it just seems like a tsunami. It's just like caught on so quickly.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. I grew up in the days of certainly playing Centipede and Pac-Man, Space Invaders. We were all addicted. We hung out in arcades, but now I see it everywhere. I was out in a restaurant the other day, family next to us, they were all their heads down in their mobile phones playing Pokemon Go nonstop. And I chatted with them and they were just engrossed in it and they were having a great time and they said it's a lot of fun, but it is very, very addicting, that's for sure.
That's a definitely for sure. More broadly, talk to us about augmented reality. What are some of the risks?
Yeah, there's certainly some risks with this. We're not sure what the future has, but it's kind of exciting when you think about it from a technology standpoint. Google has a distinct advantage because really the backbone of this entire system is really all of the geocoded information, the mapping aspect of things. And it's a whole new level of games that we're looking forward to with augmented reality. So one could imagine a Mario Kart game or something of that sort with people playing in cars, but certainly they have to be concerned with distracted driving. But the future will certainly unfold a lot of exciting things, engaging people in this augmented reality. So exciting.
Yeah, you were talking about some of the games you played in the arcade. I guess we'll maybe in a year or so we'll be looking back longingly at the good old days. Because now, is this a game changer? I mean, is this going to be kind of the model for the future?
Yeah, Mike, you make a great point. You got 20 million people just in a couple weeks already that have downloaded and are active players with this. It's generating at about $1.6 million a day, and certainly that's going to increase as this scales, as more players join and people start to get involved in it. And I think especially as was mentioned by Karina and even Ari, with the lures, the ability for businesses to add a small investment to really lure in people. Now suddenly monsters come in front of the storefront. It will attract people to businesses and they're going to profit from it. So there's going to be a heavy investment in people spending money and that generates even more cash. So it'll be a more successful model for people and businesses for sure.
Can it be too much of a good thing though? I mean, can people or businesses opt out if it just becomes too overwhelming?
Yeah, you make a good point. It is a little scary. It can be too much at some times. If you saw some of the things that happened in Central Park, there were mobs of people chasing after monsters through the park. People's lives, public safety is at risk. So there's certain concerns that people may want to opt out of it. And what I suggest to people is if they are going to download the game, especially for younger ones, create a unique Gmail account if that's your login. And be careful what you're actually going to put your name on there. You don't want anybody to know your real name. Don't give them your actual birth date either. It's required to give a birth date, but don't give them your real birth date because there is a level of permissions that you're giving them, some of your personal information in trade for playing this free app. So you got to balance that. Privacy and security are still paramount, especially if it's younger players that are playing the game and parents want to guard it. They can actually set parental controls on the actual settings on the iPhone or the mobile app or the Android device to make sure they're letting their kids not access things they shouldn't and limit the amount of time that they play and make sure that the kids don't wander off because that's actually happened. Kids have been lost and kids can get abducted. You got to be real careful there.
Yeah, limit the time. That's
time.
That'll cause a few tantrums, I'm sure, but it's good advice. Scott, thanks so much.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me on again.